Humanitarian assistance in Afghanistan.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Sumaya. In today's presentation, our group are going to present about humanitarian assistance in Afghanistan. First of all, what is humanitarian assistance? Humanitarian assistance is like a project to help needy people. This is actually used for short-term and long-term. This help can be private and governmental. The private organizations such as UNICEF, ISAF, World Bank, and NATO. The governmental organizations such as USAID, Food and Agriculture Organization, and World Health Organization. Therefore, this type of assistance are in terms of security, economy, healthcare, and social safety net program.
So now our focus is on humanitarian assistance in Afghanistan.
Why this country need humanitarian assistance? Because of many cases such as insecurity, conflict, natural disaster, crisis, chaos, and famine.
This video shows the famine and food crisis in Afghanistan, and there are some aids from ICRC organization which is providing flour and oil.
We have a majority of the people of Kabul suffering from the war. We have two variety of people, or two kind of the people. One is widows and another is disabled. In the present time in Kabul city, we have more than 45,000 people, widows, and more than 60,000 of disabled. But unfortunately, the ICRC is the only organization which gave help for more than 15,000 monthly for widows and 15,000 for the disabled. The rest we are not able because our budget is very limited. It is really very serious problems because most of the people are widows and they used to work, but now most of them is in the house, although they promised them they're going to pay their salaries in the houses. Up to now, they have not paid anything.
There are some countries and organizations which are helping Afghanistan in terms of this crisis, as US, Australia, and Europe. US is trying to help in terms of military and funds. Also, Australia is helping in terms of education, school, and those things. And European countries, started their helping to Afghanistan in 1994 with total funds 756 million US dollar. which is just for humanitarian assistance, not any political threat and investigate. Also, organizations like United Nations, NATO, ISAF, World Bank, and UNICEF. NATO and ISAF is trying to help in terms of military to establish peace and security. UNICEF helping in terms of education, rights of women and children, and also to bring basic services like health, water, and sanitation.
You wouldn't expect these girls from the Hawa school in the northern Afghan city of Puli to have much to sing about. 4 months ago, a devastating suicide attack killed over 80 people, including 52 of their fellow students and 5 teachers. Today is the first day of the new school year. And despite fears of another such attack, these young girls cannot wait to get back into the classroom. Catherine Benge, UNICEF representative for Afghanistan, travelled up over the mountains to Puli to show UNICEF's support for the children of this province and to celebrate the beginning of the new school year.
We are here today to celebrate your courage as parents, because today you said yes again to the education, because today you said we want to leave a legacy which is no more a legacy of poverty to our children. We don't want to transmit again the entire generation transmission of poverty. We want our children to go to school, because this is the only vaccine we know against poverty.
Every day, 6,400 girls are taught in this school. Due to the lack of classrooms and qualified teachers, lessons take place over 3 shifts, with some being held in tents or under trees. UNICEF is working alongside the Ministry of Education to provide new textbooks as well as supplying stationery which the Hawa school desperately needs. The lack of qualified teachers is one of the major reasons that most girls here only attend school to the end of class 6. UNICEF is training 186 teachers across the province in an effort to solve this problem. 14-year-old Mazahal, who wants to be a doctor after she finishes school, is one of the lucky ones. She's about to start Year 9.
I love to study, and my family supports me, which I think is very important. Also, I want to move on. Year 9 isn't enough for me. I want to study a lot.
This is Ash Sweeting in Puli reporting for UNICEF Television.
The World Bank assistance in Afghanistan.
The World Bank in Afghanistan. The World Bank has different projects in Afghanistan. They are providing different opportunities. These opportunities are healthcare authorization and family planning services. Afghanistan healthcare project wish to increase the quality of health and nutrition. And there are other projects like Women's Economic Empowerment, Rural Development Project, Disaster Risk Reduction Project, Early Warning and Capacity Building. So, Women's Economic Empowerment Rural Development Project is under World Bank, which is granted $25 million in this year. And the purpose of this project is to increase social and economic empowerment of poor rural women in society.
Many women run their own businesses in Noor Khuda village in Nadashai district in Balkh province. With loans from the Village Savings and Loan Association, Halima now owns a poultry farm and a cow. Fatima owns a sewing business, sewing clothes for women and children. Students flock to her to learn sewing. Her neighbor, Sakina, keeps the competition alive with her own sewing enterprise. Set up under the Afghanistan Rural Enterprise Development Project, or AREDP, the Village Savings and Loan Association has been a boon to these women. Under AREDP, the women in the Village Savings and Loan Association are trained in bookkeeping and accounting. They learn to manage their own enterprises, tally records, and support each other. Funded by the World Bank and Afghanistan Reconstruction Trust Fund, or ARTF, AREDP is active in 6 provinces: Balkh, Bamyan, Herat, Kandahar, Nangarhar, and Parwan. The project has improved access to incomes and livelihoods and assured economic independence to thousands of women in rural Afghanistan.
How are you?
Hi Sumaya. Thanks. How are you?
Thank you, I'm good. Can I ask you some question about World Bank?
Yeah, why not?
Thank you. As you know, World Bank is helping Afghanistan in many projects. So what do you think? What challenges they face during this assistance?
Okay. The challenge that World Bank is facing in Afghanistan is many, but the most popular one is because Afghanistan is our mountains, and it's difficult for the World Bank to reach them on time because of the winter hazard disaster. And another challenge is the security challenge. The World Bank could not come to Afghanistan is on time because of their security, and I think they will scared of the many people in Afghanistan. They cannot help, that's why. And geological also.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You are welcome.
I'm here at World Bank Group headquarters in Kabul, Afghanistan. Behind me is a sniper fence, and at the building right behind me, several years ago, an IED exploded. You know, it's very difficult to work here in Afghanistan, but in the last 10 years, we've made a tremendous amount of progress. We're very happy about the progress we've made in providing basic healthcare services. Before we were here, there were almost no girls in school. And with the government in the lead, we partnered with them, and now there are more than 10 million young people in school, and the number of girls in school has just exploded. Things have gotten better. We have made progress, but there's a lot of work to do. You know, I had a meeting with all of the staff from Kabul, and we talked a bit about what it's like to work here. And one young woman, Najla, who works on gender equality issues, said to me that after years of living as a refugee in Pakistan, to be here in her own country, working to create a future, and a future especially for the girls and the women of this country, was something that she was very, very grateful for. You know, we should all feel grateful that we have the opportunity to work in places like Afghanistan. We're here for the people of Afghanistan, the people of Afghanistan who've suffered so much over the last several decades, especially the girls and the women.
In conclusion, we can say that Afghanistan is really in need of humanitarian assistance from any countries and organizations, and also this country needs humanitarian assistance till 2030 according to some report.